In the headlines, change is coming at Aid Bank as Julius Corbett spends his last day as manager on Friday. His contract will not be renewed. Public Works warns owners of vehicles over 5 tons to stay off the compromised Anthony Bridge. And one expert recommends hiring the right people as a major key in tackling poor customer service. I am Andrea Louis with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this. Thank you for staying with us. We begin with this story concerning Julius Corbett, who will hang up his hat as General Manager of Aid Bank come Monday, but he is doing so with some level of reluctance. Iduna Jean-Baptiste has that story.
Julius Corbett is wrapping up his final day at the Aid Bank on Friday after serving as General Manager for the past 4 years. His contract was not renewed, and according to him, no reason was stated for the decision. Corbett spoke to Channel 5 News in an exclusive interview on Thursday, saying that he is leaving the position with several issues still pending.
If we fall back a bit, last year I was given 1 year contract, and this year the year is ended. So I did ask for renewal of the contract because I felt that there are a number of things that are still pending. Right now at the senior management level, we've got some changes to make, so there's some things to be done, but the time has come and I have to move on.
What is this unfinished business specifically that you speak of?
Well, I definitely would like to make sure that the strategic plan that is now in process, that has not been approved by the board, or has not got to the board, I would be allowed to stay, at least to complete that. The bank's annual budget is still not ready. We are in the process of preparing for June 16th, 2017 annual report that has not in place. There is some level of training and development to be done, so the bank would have people in the right people in the right places. We have so far a HR audit that we commissioned 2 years ago. We haven't rolled that out yet. So there are a number of areas here that I think the bank, I would love to remain here for a few months just to have it completed. And there's the rush sort of to get me out.
While Corbett says he tried getting an extension for a few additional months to a year, he says his term was to his expectations.
I think when I look back on what I did here, I think we did an extraordinary performance here. In the bank, I took the bank from a level down here, right up. You know, if you look outside, for example, you see the aesthetics change. The whole image of the bank has changed, and I'm happy about that. I think one of the things that we tried to do was improve the level of customer care. See, I am someone who's personal. I'm customer-centric, people person, so I try to improve the quality of the way we deal with customers. And I think that has enhanced our reputation here as well.
He noted that under his watch, some major policies and procedures were implemented, although he says the bank is still developing some new procedures.
I must give a lot of commendation to the Prime Minister, who has been very instrumental in ensuring that the bank is liquid. He's always talked about it, so I want to express extreme gratitude to him for bringing me here. And I was not the cautionee that people thought he was bringing here. I didn't think so. I was not a cautionee. He went on, he batted for me on a very sticky wicket. And he says, no, I want Corbett here. And I think he must be proud of what I did here, because I don't think I ever displeased with her.
Looking ahead, what's in store for you? Can you already say, would you like to say that on the record?
Well, not really, but I'm a Caribbean man. I'm also a United States citizen and a Canadian citizen, so there are a lot of options available to me. I will spend a little time here before I make the final decision. But right now, I really can't say.
In other top stories, a decline in the production of coconuts has prompted action by the Cooperative Division to attempt to rescue the coconut oil industry. Registrar and Commissioner of the Cooperative Division, Marriott Canaville, says the first step was a stakeholders conference which took place on Wednesday to discuss the future of the coconut oil industry.
We have the Believers Multipurpose Cooperative, whose prime objective is the processing of coconut oil. And we have found that sometimes you do not see their products on the shelf. So we went into an investigation. Why is that? Why is the oil is in demand, why is it your oil is not on the market? So what we found is there is a high demand for the oil. However, they have difficulties in getting the raw material, which is the coconut. We have been working in the northeast, and we know there are a lot of coconuts there, and that's where Believers themselves are located.
Canaville says the demand for coconut oil is high and, according to her, it will not drop anytime soon.
They said that they're competing with the hucksters. The hucksters offer the farmers a bigger price, a higher price, and as a result, by the time they come, the coconut is already gone, so sometimes they do not get it on time to produce. And in addition, we learned that there are disease affecting the coconuts. That's what our research showed. So we're hoping to develop a plan, a strategy plan that we could send to the various policy makers and to address the problem, because we think that we're sitting on a gem. So we need to address the issues that have been articulated and push the economy forward using cooperative and using the industry, the oil industry, and to get manufacturing back again, importantly.
In more news, customer service development expert Verival Murilo believes a key solution to tackling poor customer service in the services sector is to first hire the right people. He has been developing customer service programs for over 25 years. Customer service is described as the assistance and advice provided by a company to those people who buy or use its products or services. The service sector is a lead sector of Dominica's gross domestic product, but the quality of customer service delivered affects the country's competitiveness.
There are other issues you have to tackle before you deal with improving the customer service representative's function. And I'll mention, for example, when some of the people, first of all, you have to select the right people. I honestly believe that, you have to select people with the attitude and who really have the desire to serve and do well. If you don't do that, you're starting off on the wrong foot.
He also believes building the esteem of customer service representatives can lead to good quality customer service. Murillo says customers demanding better from service providers is another means to improving customer service.
The other part of the dynamic is that the customer's expectations, that is a key part in raising your customer service standards. So, for example, you may have in Dominica an organization that does a survey and customers say that they are great. Now, a customer care expert comes in and they say, but wait a minute now, these people are making all these flaws. But what really has happened is that people have rated the organization based on what they are used to, based on what they expect.
In other news, an official name for the new West Bridge will formally be announced to the public on 3rd November. And to this end, Dominicans are being asked to have their say in the naming of the new West Bridge. During the bridge opening ceremony on Monday, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said an official name would be declared on Dominica's Independence Day.
I do not wish unilaterally to impose a name on you. I want for each of you to go away from here this evening thinking of a suitable and fitting name for this impressive new piece of Dominican architecture and engineering. Very soon, we shall make public the website to which each of you can go and suggest an appropriate name for this gateway. We shall assess your entries, and I would wish to be in a position to announce the chosen name on November 3rd as part of my independence address to the nation.
Meantime, Channel 5 News took to the streets to find out from Dominicans their thoughts on what the new West Bridge should be named.
Okay, for me, my suggestion to the bridge is the government of Dominica to build the bridge. And from the time I know myself as a young boy, I know that is Roseau West Bridge. And just give the bridge name Roseau West Bridge by now trying to give it some special name. It does make sense. The government of Dominica build it. Let's continue Roseau West Bridge, and that's the best.
All right, so I think it should be named the Unity Bridge because, I mean, I know that there's a lot of negative talk about it being done by the Dominican Labour Party or the government that's here right now. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's available to all of us. So, I mean, it still brings us together at the end of the day, you know. So, I think it should be called the Unity Bridge.
Dr. Roosevelt scared with West Bridge. Because is he that constructed? Nobody did not see the need, but he saw the need of building a new bridge, so I would build it after his name.
I think we should name it as the Next Level Bridge.
And why is that?
Why? Because government is doing not too bad for the country. And me, I'm not no political guy. I support development. Where development is, I'm there.
I think that it should be named either after Jeff Joe because he was a very great icon for our country in terms of our musical culture and such like that, and either the one of the founders of the Labour Party because they already have the highway named after Mr. Ioli Blah, so I was thinking you could name it after the other founder, one of the other founders of the Labour Party.
I think the new West Bridge should be named Unity Bridge.
And why is that?
Because of the way it was done. You know, it incorporated, you know, foreign contractors, and we also had the inclusion of local contractors, you know. And seeing that all sides of the political sphere were invited to attend and so on, it showed some sense of unity within the political arena, which is something we need more of.
And speaking of bridges, the Thurs4thMay Bridge remains temporarily closed for all vehicles weighing over 5 tons. Vehicles weighing more than 5 tons must use alternative routes. The Ministry of Public Works is carrying out an assessment of the situation to ascertain how much work is required to repair the partially compromised bridge. The Ministry of Public Works and Ports is working to restore full access through the bridge. Motorists and others using the bridge should continue to exercise caution. Coming up, St. Mary's Credit Union adopts Jerdel Primary School. That and more when we return. Welcome back. Strategies to advance the coconut oil industry came out of a multi-sectoral conference as the demand for the product on the regional market intensifies. However, they would need to do some restructuring to capitalize on the market. The Believers Multipurpose Cooperative, based in the Northeast, has been manufacturing coconut oil for the past 8 years.
It's on the market, but due to certain obstacles or certain circumstances right now that the cooperative is going through, we are unable to have it to the standards that we would like. This challenge has been going on for a little while in terms of trying to get raw material and all of these things and getting it out there basically to the market. We are trying to get into the French market, but as you know, there are standards with everything, so we have to ensure that our standards are on point, and once they are there, we'll be able to branch out into those markets. The Bureau of Standards is also working with us as well, CARDI, and all the technical support assistance, it's coming on board finally.
Land has already been secured for a factory to boost the processing of coconut oil in that area.
Right now, the factory that we are looking to set up would be based in Melvin, America. We already identified a spot that we could set up that factory and get production going. So it will all come together once this conference is over and once we start get going with the plans. Along with our strategic development planner here, Mr. Brendan Defoe, who will assist us to get things going in the right direction.
Years of partnership between the Girardel Primary School and the St. Mary's Cooperative Credit Union has just evolved into something more permanent. The mutually beneficial relationship between the credit union and the school was taken to another level on Wednesday when the financial institution formally adopted the school. Wednesday's ceremony formed part of the credit union's 60th anniversary celebrations. The adoption of the school is for 2 years in the first instance.
In this adoption, the school will receive a financial contribution of $1,500 annually to assist in the running of the school. Additionally, $250 will be given towards the school's annual prize-giving ceremony and a further $200 towards a Christmas party for the children. The credit union has always been supportive of the school in the past, so we're just, in a sense, increasing our presence in the life of the school. While I was a teacher at this school, I started the savings unit at the school. That's many, many moons ago. And the credit union was very supportive of me when I was doing that, because they gave me all the help I could possibly get. And that savings unit is still there today.
We are proud to be part of this reputable institution, and our students form part of it through the Savings Union. We encourage our students to be thrifty, so every Tuesday is Savings Day. We are grateful and we want everyone to know that St. Mary's Cooperative Credit Union has always supported us, and we are happy that they are officially taking us as their own, and we can now say that we have a real godmother, and that is the St. Mary's Cooperative Credit Union.
Past pupils of the Girardel Primary School are forming an alumni association to assist the school, an effort which is already bearing fruit. One past pupil, who is now a major in the United States Marine Corps, has contributed some kitchen appliances to the school. The items were presented by his mother, Angela James Sultan. Meantime, the credit union's financial contribution to the school over the last 2 years, totaling $3,500, has not gone unnoticed.
Now, while some may think that $3,500 over a 2-year period, that is the monetary contribution, may be small, in a small community like Girardel, this is a massive investment in education. If every corporate citizen is to emulate the example of St. Mary's across Dominica, throughout the villages and in our schools, can you imagine the multiplier effect that would have on the future of our nation?
The minister also commended Girardel Primary School for its plans to establish an alumni association.
In this day and age, with advancing technology, the challenges faced by our young people and our children, it is imperative that our children have good role models. With increases in crime and violence, it is absolutely necessary that parents and the wider community get involved in the life of their child or children, as the case may be, and ensure that we preserve this generation, because effectively we are ensuring a peaceful retirement for ourselves.
And the Mattis and Bruni families had everything to do with a new playground handed over to the Calibishi Baptist Preschool on Thursday. Some time ago, 2 4-year-olds from that family spent some time in Dominica and ended up assisting with the reading at the preschool. Upon their return to the States, they, along with their parents, decided to provide this playground for the pupils. The official handing over was done by Nurse Vilma Bruni on Thursday. Certainly an important investment in making learning more fun for pupils at the Calibishi Baptist Preschool. We wish them many hours of fun as they learn and explore. That's news. Your sports highlights next with Kenny Williams.
First up in sports, West Indies defeated Pakistan by 106 runs to level the series 1-all on Thursday. Resuming on 264 for 9 in the second innings, West Indies was bowled out for 268 in 102.5 overs. Yasir Shah picked up 7 for 94 for Pakistan. Set 188 for victory, Pakistan was bowled out for 81 in 34.4 overs, with the highest score by a Pakistani batsman in that match being Safraz Ahmed's 23. Shannon Gabriel bagged 5 for 11, Jason Holder 3 for 23, and Alzari Joseph 2 for 42. The team's third test will be at Windsor Park Sports Stadium starting on Wednesday, May 10. Next up, Mitchell Davis copped the coveted Sportsman for 2016 award, as well as Male Track and Field Most Valuable Player of 2016 at the 11th staging of the National Sports Awards on Wednesday. 40 awards were given out at the ceremony under the theme Inspiration, Aspiration, Motivation, Success.
Well, I was a little bit surprised because I didn't expect the award. I knew I was receiving MVP Athlete of the Year. I didn't know I was getting the Sportsman of the Year, but all the thanks go to God. Back in Jamaica, my coach is Patrick Dawson. The training program is a little bit more intense than back here, but it's really beneficial. Back here, I'm being trained by Mr. Emmanuel O'Black. This season, I feel like I'm running on just talent because I'm not getting the type of training I'm supposed to be getting because of the lack of facilities. But I'm still pleased with that.
The award for Sportswoman of the Year went to Valerian Spicer. Both Davis and Spicer were awarded $1,000 from the government of Dominica, $1,000 from the National Lotteries Commission, $1,000 from PDV Caribe Dominica, handsets from Flow, a night for two with breakfast from Fort Young Hotel, and gift baskets from Springfield Trading Limited. Meantime, other notable awardees were Zikak Chance for Best Sporting Village in 2016, Groundsman of the Year Isaac Andre. Physical Education Sports Teacher Primary School went to Wengbert Williams Wesley Primary, and for Secondary School, Joel Hamilton. Sinico Primary and the Dominica Grammar School for the Schools of the Year in sports in their respective categories. Sports Reporter of the Year, Gavin Richards. Sports Commentator for 2016, Andy Carter. Clyde Cadet for the Best Official in 2016. Jennifer Nanton, Best Coach. Most Outstanding Club of the Year, Pioneers Athletics Club. Big Edge Financial Express won Best Sponsor 2 years in a row. Dominica Football Association as the Most Outstanding Club for 2016. And Pishless Sports Committee was awarded Best Committee for 2016. Sports continues with this item where Big Edge Financial Express continues to exercise philanthropy in sports as it sponsored one of the sporting bodies here on Wednesday. Former elite umpire Billy Doctrove gave back some shirts to the Dominica Cricket Umpires Association after being involved in the service for approximately 42 years.
Over the years, the association has faced difficulty in being uniform in appearance, and you know, as far as umpiring officials are concerned, one of the important things is your appearance, and that can also help with your performance.
The sponsorship consisted of about 100 shirts to the tune of close to 7,000 EC dollars. On the boxing scene, plans are in the pipeline to lift the quality of boxing on island. Treasurer of the Dominica Boxing Association says the body is making moves to introduce a boxing ring here that is likely to allow fighters to have more bouts under their belt.
Well, one of our problems here is that we do not have a facility yet, you know, that we could have a gym, that we could host competition. We are talking to someone at the moment, you know, I can tell you the strip up at Louvier, most probably that could partner with him. He has given us an offer that we could maybe have a ring in there for competitions. We have applied to IBA to get a collapsible ring, which would be easy to be able to move around, you know, and I believe once we have that in place, then we could set up the various gyms around the island that they could have fights between the gyms, which is very important, so that we could have more boxers, more fights, and we'd have a more definitive selection of a national team.
Finally, President of the Dominica Bodybuilders Association, Emmanuel Loblack, hailed the recent bodybuilders competition here as a success and looks forward to the Mr. and Miss Dominica competition later this year.
Our next show will be in November, will be Mr. Independence or Mr. Dominica. I'm hoping that I see many more fitness enthusiasts, Mr. Flex, Mr. Strongman, and Mr. Fitness. There are so many, I mean, when you get to the gyms, you see so many of these young men involved, you know, in bulking up, beefing up, but I think they're a bit shy tonight. None of them are waiting to see what's happening. And I can assure you, come November, we'll see many more athletes.
Previously, Chad Joseph won first place in the Mr. Flex and Mr. Strongman categories, while Sachin Stedman won the Mr. Fitness competition. That's all the sporting highlights for now. I am Kenny Williams. Join us next time.
Your weather forecast is next.
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I am Janelle Macpherson. Infrared satellite imagery today showed some low-level clouds across the eastern Caribbean. Visible satellite imagery today showed partly cloudy to cloudy skies across Dominica. Radar imagery indicated widely scattered showers across the island chain today. The weather for tonight, partly cloudy to cloudy with scattered showers. These conditions are expected to continue into tomorrow, with temperatures peaking up to 32 degrees Celsius. Seas tomorrow, moderate in open water, waves peaking up to 7 feet. Looking ahead for the next 3 days, Friday and Saturday, partly cloudy to cloudy skies and some scattered showers are expected, with an improvement expected by Sunday. Throughout the Caribbean tomorrow, a high-pressure system will be the dominant feature, resulting in partly cloudy to cloudy skies and some scattered showers. On the international cities forecast, rain expected in New York, possible thunderstorm activity for Miami and Caracas, partly cloudy conditions in London and Beijing. The sun will rise tomorrow at 5:40 a.m. and set at 6:25 p.m. For up-to-date weather information, please call our weather hotline at 447-5555 or visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Thank you for viewing and have a good night.
To end the news, the headlines again. Change is coming at Aid Bank as Julius Corbett spends his last day as manager on Friday. His contract will not be renewed. Public Works warns owners of vehicles over 5 tons to stay off the compromised Anthony Bridge, and one expert recommends hiring the right people as a major key in tackling poor customer service. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.